Okay, I think I've got this going. Can anybody hear me? Let me know. Hello, everybody. I think I finally got this going. Oh, perfect. So y'all can hear me. Great. But okay, Steph can hear me. Can anybody else hear me? I know there's a delay, so I don't know if y'all are hearing this or not. It's Friday, and I am finally trying this live once again. Padme, I didn't take you off as a mod. There was an issue with you showing up and my subscription. Something's funky here. Give me a second. Let me see if I can fix it. Oh, okay, maybe not. Why is it not? I'm looking, Padme. I'm not exactly sure why it is taking you off as a mod. But I'm in StreamYard, so I don't know if that matters or not. So how is everybody doing this Friday night? I hope well. I have not done a live stream according to my computer since sometime in October. I'm trying, Padme. I'm not exactly sure how to do it in StreamYard because it's still connected to YouTube. Edit. Oh, don't want to do that. Sorry, guys. I am trying here. Hi, T. Hi, Steph. I see Padme and Cal. I'm glad you all could. And Snowman. Hello. I'm just trying to catch up with the chat a little bit. All right, Padme, I'll go in and I will fix that issue as far as moderator goes. But anyway, so Christmas is only less than a week away now. And I've got our tree up. We went and had a Christmas party at work today. They take us out to a nice little restaurant. They give us little gifts, blah, blah, blah. It's been a heck of a week at work, but I don't think y'all want to hear about that. That's right. Padme had her first premiere tonight. I was watching that on my ride home from work safely. I pulled into a rest area so I could see it for a little bit. And yes, now Kel's been officially followed by the FBI, so we know some squirrel's been in trouble. And what else? Is there anything else fun and upcoming for y'all for Christmas? I know I have to work up until Christmas Day. Can't unstream. Yeah, I know. I will fix it, Padme. I promise. When I get off the live stream, I will go back and make you a mod. I'm not sure. Oh, that's cool, Snowman. I don't have any music going right now. I'm not exactly sure what I can and cannot play. Not that you'd really be interested in hearing my playlist, because it is quite diversified. We go from rap music to classical music to country to all kinds of stuff here. Not only that, but my son's in his room playing on the PlayStation. so I can hear him. Hopefully you all can't hear him. You'll have to definitely go and check out Padme's premiere she did. It should be up on her channel so people can see it. And I'm sorry, guys. I know I'm rambling a lot. I figured I'd use this as a chance to just pop in and make sure everything's working right on this laptop. I went and got myself a semi-new one, and it works okay, but it's an IdeaPad, and it doesn't always work the best. I'm used to working on Apple products, and I really, really miss my laptop. So we've got Snowman that's got Christmas music playing at his house, and I made myself a notepad made to fix you as a mod. I did have, oh, well, this is my first time coming on here doing a live since I took my road trip. For Thanksgiving, I was lucky enough that everything worked out, and I was able to go down to Florida and see my brother and his family for Thanksgiving. I left after work on a Tuesday night and made that 23-hour jaunt down there. I did stop. I pulled off. I slept for about an hour just outside of Richmond and finished driving down there. I didn't do as much of a vlog as I thought I was going to because I did most of my driving at night. I did get into Florida on Wednesday evening. Luckily enough, I made it past Jacksonville before I hit too much traffic. Excuse me. And from Jacksonville down to probably just before Daytona, it was stop and go, stop and go. So if you're all in Florida, I'm sure you know what I-95 is like coming through that area. Oh, T, I'm sorry to hear that. 2 out of 3 of them are sick, huh? I thought one was bad, but my heart does go out to you, and I hope they all feel better soon. This is not the best time to feel sick. But anyway, when I did get to Florida, I got to see my brother and his wife, and they've got 2 girls and a little boy. 2 of them are their grandchildren that they now have adopted and are living with them, which they're absolutely the best. And the youngest one is my little buddy, and he kept me quite active. They took me around. We went to the Ponce Lighthouse, which is over near New Smyrna Beach, and we got to go around there. I went up and climbed halfway up the lighthouse. I did kind of start panicking halfway up there. I'm kind of afraid of heights, but well, do people want to hear some Christmas music in the background? I am more than capable of adding a little Christmas cheer to our live stream in the background. And thankfully, hey Siri, play some Christmas music.
Now playing Holiday Classics Radio.
All right. We'll add a little bit of music to the background. So guys, I'm sorry if I'm not sure if you're going to be able to hear it or not. Unfortunately, Siri picked classic Christmas music, but that works for me. So anyway, back to my trip to Florida. I was able to, we did the lighthouse. They live near Lake, I want to call it Lake Monroe, that's over in the Deltona area. And they have a place called the so, don't quote me on this. It could be the Blue or Green Springs Park that's over there. And there is a short video up of the lighthouse and the springs there. You can go in, you park and walk into the little trails area. And my sister-in-law and Jordan brought me over and showed me the sulfur springs. And woo, that was quite a smell that I won't forget. We got to see the baby alligator and seeing the fish. They were like right there at the top. I'm sure there's a lot to it as far as how they breathe in sulfur waters and whatnot. I don't know enough about it. So, it was just one more thing I got to do. We went to College Park, which is part of Orlando, and I got to have Thanksgiving dinner with my brother and family and my cousins. My mom is one of six, and so my aunt that I spent the most time with, she was my godmother, lived in Orlando in the surrounding area. So she had 5 children, and I got to hang out with them too. So it was really nice. Um, it was busy, and they also took us over to see the manatees at another park. I'm not exactly sure. Minute here and let me peek, because this is the only way I'm going to be able to refresh my memory, is to go into my pictures real quick. I mean, the lighthouse I knew, New Smyrna Beach and Daytona were beautiful. And let's see if I can tag the photo. Well, it says St. John River. There was also a house there at the state park. And let's see if it's going to tell me here. Come on. Blue Springs State Park is what it was called. Where we got to see the manatees and whatnot. And also in the state park, there's an old house that you can take tours of during the day. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get a tour of the house because they had closed. Let's see, we covered that. New Smyrna Beach was beautiful. It was cold one day all right, let me put it this way. I come from New England, so obviously what other people consider cold and what I consider cold are not the same thing. So I will give credit where credit is due. Like tonight, it's cold. It is probably about 17 degrees here where I am. I had a great visit. I absolutely cannot wait to go back down. I have decided that I am going to leave my job at the end of June, and I am moving down to Florida. This is going to be my official last winter here in New England. I have spent the last 40 plus years here, and unfortunately, it's taken its toll on my poor joints. And it's too much now. So I am looking for a little bit of a change. And now that my brother and family are down there, I am looking forward to going down there myself. I have not decided what area I am looking at. They're in Deltona, and they're looking to purchase their own home there right now where they are. They're renting. They got a big family and whatnot. So I imagine that, you want to find something that works for you. And especially with kids, they have got them in a nice school system, and the kids are really doing well with that. Jordan, my little friend, kept me busy. He loves laser tag and all that. And yeah, we played a lot of laser tag, football. My sister-in-law, Rita, she's an incredible cook. And oh, there was just so much to do in a short period of time. And I really, really, really hated. Um, I did get the chance to meet Kel really quick. Um, it was just a jam-packed short, the longest, shortest vacation I've ever had, because traveling in the car for 23 hours is a lot. You get there and you have a lot of you realize that 23 hours you've been driving and it's tiring. You just catch your wind from that. And then it just seems like everything just flew past, and I realized it was Sunday night, and then Monday night I was headed home. We spent the day at Daytona Beach. I It was just incredible. Um, I know, Padme, that I was in your area, and I do hope that I am going to have to be down in Florida for a short few days between now and when I do end my job in June, just to, I'm sure, get some interviews in if I am lucky enough. I'm going to start doing that. Oh, you'll love it down there, T. It's beautiful. If you haven't been to Florida, if you've been there already, then um, if anyone's like me, Florida's always been my second home, with my aunt being my godmother and all that stuff. I'm sorry, I'm doing a lot of the and ahs and all that, and I don't mean to bore the hell out of you. Sorry, I had a quick message from somebody I had to follow up with. So it was a nice trip. I definitely am looking forward to being down there. I think it's going to give a lot more opportunity for me than I have up here anymore. Oh, T, if you're not haven't been down there, you're going to love it. I don't even think I've seen a quarter of what there is to see. So I really look forward to the opportunity when I am down there. It's just been fun. It was a crazy, fun-filled week, and I think now that I'm realizing that my son has grown up, and I had a lot of time to think on the drive down and the drive back. They all seem very okay without me. So, yeah, I look forward to that opportunity and just something new. Everybody deserves to have a chance to do something new. New England was one thing, Connecticut was another when I was married and my husband was still alive. That's all in the past now. My son is going to do what he's going to do with his life, and it's time for me to do something with mine. So I am really excited. I guess that they took the opportunity today at work to announce at our Christmas dinner that I would probably be leaving the company in June. That was a surprise to me. Yes, as far as Rob is still doing the military, I'm just not as involved with asking about it anymore. Um, he says sometime in 2020 is when he is going to go. So that indicates to me that he has not signed any paperwork yet. So he's 19, almost 19. We're officially 1 week or 1 month from now, he'll be 19 years old. So absolutely, Padme. I will make sure that we connect when I'm down there. There'll be plenty of lighthouses to see. There'll be plenty of... Yes. My company told everybody today that I kind of got over that. There's nothing to hide about it, but they did go ahead and tell everybody at our luncheon. I mean, I work in an office of 12 people. It's going to get around eventually. But yes, they did make the announcement today that I would probably be leaving at the end of June. And that's fine. I'm over it. I mean, if you heard Kel say one day in his live stream this week, on Monday, and I'm not saying anything more than they've said to me. I got to meet with our human resource director. She came up from our New York office in Brybrook, New York. I got a phone call and I was called down to a conference room, and they asked me to... Apparently, let's see, there were several complaints made about my clothing smelling like smoke. I am a smoker. I only smoke in my car and outside. However, whoever, because I don't know exactly who the person was that filed the complaint, apparently has an issue with smoke. They have asthma, whatever it all is. And so now I have been asked to comply with their no smoking policy, which means that I have to wash my clothes, whatever I'm going to wear to the office and or come into contact with, and make sure that it is smoke free. They can't tell me not to smoke in my car. That's... Oh, absolutely, Padme. I can't wait to see all the places that there are. The beaches. I actually went down to the beach this past weekend. It was beautiful here, and I kind of miss being at New Smyrna Beach and stuff. And I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong, y'all. Daytona Beach, and I keep wanting to say New Smyrna. And I'll learn the names of them, because y'all got some pretty interesting names of towns around there too. I'll get that down. It won't take me long, I promise. And I apologize. I've got a little bit of a cough and end of a cold that I came back with from my brothers too. So it was fun, and I'm not sorry to see this chapter come to an end. I am anxious for 2020 to come, and we've only got a week for that. No, a week? Yeah. So Christmas is in 5 days. Seymour. Seymour. Y'all gonna get me tongue-tied, so I'm not good at names. I really am not. I will catch on, I promise. But yes, I am going to, because I didn't get to do this because I didn't have the time to fit it all in. When I was down in Florida, when I was probably in 8th grade, my family, or one of my aunts, lived over in Newport Richey area. And my cousin, that's only a couple of years older than I am, well, old enough to drive at the time, so I was in 8th grade, she was driving, took us to a old cemetery and was telling us about this cemetery where old grades and whatnot. And it had this tree called the hanging tree. Well, come to find out after I started doing a little more research, it's the Spring Hill Cemetery that she took us to. So, being young at the time, that's one place I definitely. Hi, Maura. How are you tonight? Thank you for coming in. New, new smirk. See, I should be able to say that. New, if I can say slime, I should be able to say it's new smear. I don't know. I don't think that one I'll ever get quite offhand. Um, I definitely am going to be doing more live streams. So in 2020, I do have some ideas of things that I do want to do once I am moved and settled in Florida. I think I'll have lots more opportunities than there are around here. Cost of living will definitely be. I mean, auto insurance. I know my brother and sister-in-law have already told me that the automobile insurance rates are high, but to be honest, right now, my with having a teenager on my policy and two drivers, I pay about almost $600 a month for that. So that's expensive. Um, the cost of a pack of smokes up here, literally. Um, let's see. If you want a pack of what? Pall Mall is probably about $12. A pack of Marlboro is right around $13. I have found one called Cheyenne. They're mini cigars. They look like smokes or a regular cigarette, and I apologize if you all are not smokers. You know, it's not an issue for you, and it's probably a good thing. Um, so yeah, the cost of living up here is just it's getting worse and worse. That would be very helpful, Patrick, if you could give me some good pronunciation of all that. It's not something easy to pronounce, really. So it's like new serum. Oh no, I'm never gonna get this. Maybe I should drop my accent or my northern accent before I get down there. Even my brother warned me. He said that he had to do a little bit of adjustment as far as his main accent went when he got down there. But he can pronounce all of it. I'll just have to, maybe I'll just have to go and find a easy place. Well, I can't even find it. It's not about easy. It's about being just tongue tied, I guess. And I'm sorry, maybe that's not the right term to call it either, but well, I can say duh. I'm just new. I'll call it New Sherma Beach. Is that close? In the I have bad language. Apparently, I have poor verbal skills. I can say summer. You know, there's bond, there's car, there's summer, there's gardening. We don't go to the lake, we go to the pond, the river. I'll be able to at least say when I'm down there that summer all year round. And yes, I know, excuse me, I know it gets cold. Oh, okay, now I'm getting it. Hold on just a minute, guys. Have to get rid of some of the trolls that pop in and out of here. And I'm not screwing around with them, so they may be eyes, they may be added watch time, you know, but when I see what pops up, they're blocked automatically. Um, with that said, so okay, so now I'm saying summer. Now add nah, like in new some New Sumner Beach, like New Sur. I've always had a speech with issue with S's and whatnot. Um. All right. So say summer, and then say summer, and then add na. Sumna. Okay. You sound like a freaking idiot, guys. Okay, we'll see you in a minute, T. Um. But say it. Okay. Well, for me though, I'd say Sumna, and it's not. It's not Sumna. I hope you're all having a good kick with this one. It's funny though. All right, so say summer and then na. Sumna. Did I get it close? Even a little bit? Oh boy, I got a lot to learn. But that's all right. Every day's a learning experience. So whether it be how I pronounce things or experiences, I guess it's all good anyway because we're all going to live and learn. I was watching the Paranormal Travelers before I did my live stream here, and there is a show that y'all should go check out. Not now, but later. You definitely should go check them out when you see them. They had a lot of paranormal activity going on there tonight. Uh, they had a red orb. They had shadow figures going on. Uh, They have all kinds of stuff going on. It was crazy. Absolutely crazy. Um, it's definitely worth if y'all are into the paranormal and Padme, I know you like it, and I know that there are quite a few that like the paranormal. They're definitely something to check out. It should be interesting. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to mute this real quick because somebody's knocking at my door and my son is trying to talk to me through this. So give me a quick second. I'll be right back. All right. He cracks me up. I get it. I got it. I got the message. But I'm not going to keep saying it again because I'm just tripping over my own tongue. And I'm not going to make an arse out of myself right now. I'll practice. All right, hold on a minute, guys. Summerna. Summerna. Does that mean, say it. Summerna. Summer, Summerna. So it's New Summerna Beach. Close? All right. Well, anyway, I'm not going to bore y'all with that. I'll get it all down. Sorry guys, this is obviously probably going to be, okay, so I got it partially correct at least. I will practice, just like I did learning to say all the words. It took me forever to learn how to say my married name. Because it just didn't come out right. But nobody wants to hear about that either, so. Well, at least I've been live for about, what, 40 minutes? All right, how about some ideas? I'm looking, as far as 2020 goes for videos, I've given a lot of thought to my YouTube channel. Right now, it is going to be a mix of things because I am still kind of looking for a direction to take it in. Everybody has, a rough idea. I'm not totally paranormal, but I am definitely going to try to start incorporating some of my photography into it. Now, I'm not going to make all my videos of pictures and music. But I did get the dash cam mounted, so hopefully it won't be as bumpy as the one I did of the ice storm that we had this week. Lucky us. I posted on Twitter some of the crackling that I heard. To somebody listening to it, it probably sounds. Thanks, Padme. I appreciate you that you'll make a video on that. As far as now, I'm beginning to lose my train of thought and make an ass out of myself, but that's fine. I was talking about my YouTube channel and kind of giving it a direction. It's still got a long ways to go, and I am going to make that work. I've got a lot of changes that are coming up in my life. I took some advice from a friend that I was talking to. It just kind of hearing somebody else's point of view from it sometimes does make a difference. It's like a Captain Obvious sometimes. When you're saying it and thinking it, that's one thing. And then when somebody else says it to you, it kind of like, well, that's not how I totally looked at it, but everybody should be open to change. Yeah, I probably will try filming every single beach in Florida. Do you know how many miles? Well, mine is where my sister-in-law, the crazy one, lives. Not my brother's wife. This is somebody that is going to be excluded from ever running into when I'm down there. Um, we'll be every bar. All right. So who wants to go to every bar in Florida with me? We can try one different drink in every single bar. I, I'm not discrediting. There are plenty of places to go visit and film, and I can see you got a million of them. And I look forward to having plenty of things to film besides ice, snow, bitter cold. Yeah, that's about all I got right now to film. I am going out this. I did get to saying that I've got the dash cam mounted a little bit better. The mount I had for it, every time I'd hit a bump, would shake the camera, which, I guess you get what you pay for when you buy a cheap camera. So I bought another mount and put the camera on that so it should hold it in place. But I did get a list of some of the really nice houses that are around with Christmas lights. So I think that's what I'm going to do tomorrow night. I mean, seeing that it's dark by what, like 2 p.m. here now? Not literally, but I am going to use the dash cam and go out and film some of the beautiful Christmas lights. Excuse me. Pardon me. We went to an Italian restaurant today and it was delicious, but yeah, it's kind of not sitting as well as I hoped it would between hiccups and whatnot. But okay, so I obviously Cal's given me a lot of ideas for filming when I'm down in Florida. Up here, seeing I have to take advantage or make do with what I have. We've got Christmas coming up on Wednesday, and I've got probably about a billion homes in the area that are beautiful, $700,000 homes, and they've all got them done up in lights. I found several of them that actually you tune your radio as you go past them to a radio station. I mean, as quick as I go by things, and I am a slow driver on some things, and roads up here, you got to be real careful because you could end up hitting a deer. I almost did one tonight. I came to a railroad crossing, and if a buck didn't cross that dang road in front of me, it's crazy. I don't know how somebody can grow up in Maine like I did and see more wildlife in Connecticut than I did up in Maine, where you're supposed to see them. But that's all well and good for another time. I am going to think about doing a series of maybe vlogs as I start getting ready to the dash cam actually Padme has come quite interesting. If you do look for one, I suggest you look for one on eBay. Uh, the deal I came across, they actually were two for $35. The only thing I had to do was get a little SD memory card for it. And as long as you have that jack in your computer where you can put in memory cards, You can let it run off that, or you can bring it into your house and download it like you would a video camera. It's crazy, isn't it, T? I mean, I don't know. I grew up in the country. I mean, literally, you'd have to drive 15, 20 minutes to get to Burger King, gas station, grocery stores, and stuff like that. I literally saw one moose up past my grandparents' house when I was younger. Down here, we have coyotes, we have fox, wild turkeys. I hit my first deer with my, well, okay, the deer hit me. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I hit a deer going out the back roads here in the city. And it's like, really? Seriously? I mean, it's country. Well, I was gonna say, Padme, as far as eBay goes, some things are good on eBay, but kind of keep an eye out that they don't catch you. Um, I've done a couple of purchases that were from China, and the products that I got lasted not long at all. All right, guys, I gotta grab a drink real quick. Um, yeah, so eBay is good, but some things also you might want to check out on Amazon as well. Just kind of price comparison depending on the quality you're looking to get. And whatnot. So when it comes to looking for things, you definitely probably could find a good deal on the dash cams on eBay versus Amazon. I've found a lot of good deals, especially come Christmas time for my son, that have been on eBay. Actually, he made eBay shopping, not eBay shopping, Amazon shopping for himself tonight. He picked out his two things and clicked to the save list, and I can go in and all I have to do is buy them, and they'll ship them right to my house, and all I have to do is wrap them. And he's 19. What does he need? He's got his truck and stuff. He's got a part-time job. Yeah, the wild turkey is really, in the morning I see them the most around here. Excuse me. In the video that I shot on my ride to work the other morning, there's a old brick house that you come to that has all kinds of land around it. And every morning, guaranteed, you'll see at least 4 or 5 of them. There's a couple down where we have our grocery store. They'll actually hold up our traffic because they're trying to cross. It's not a major, they call it East Main Street. But considering, if you're not from here, East Main Street doesn't mean a lot. But it's a back road trash shopping centers. Or, yeah. And they'll cross there too. All right, guys. Well, I've done this for almost an hour. I do appreciate y'all coming in. I am going to make sure that I have a better topic than a random come and catch up with y'all. Oh, Padme will be right back. I definitely think I'm going to start doing live streams more, but they are there. I'll agree with that, T. They are very temperamental here. We have a place that I did a video at. It's called The Lake on my channel, but it's called North Farms Reservoir, and It's the watershed area for Wallingford. And out there I miss the Christmas parade. I was sitting in the parking lot for town hall waiting for AAA to come. That's the day they had the Christmas parade. But anyway, what I was saying, and I'm sorry, I'm skipping around a lot, so don't mind me for it, but I'll get the Christmas lights and whatnot. But as far as I was saying, like where you said, T, that the turkeys are aggressive, up where I shot the lake, it's called North Farms Reservoir, and there are ducks, geese, and the swans up there. When Rob was little, you could take the kids up there and feed the ducks and the swans and whatnot. However, apparently the swans are quite aggressive up there, so now there's like signs posted everywhere: "Do not feed them," blah blah blah. Which I really feel really bad about because it was a fun thing to do. But yeah, they're aggressive. I've gotten bit a couple of times in the leg. Thankfully, I wear jeans 99.99% of the time, and it didn't hurt quite as bad. But yeah, I can imagine that if somebody's getting chased by them, wildlife, they're not here to entertain us. We're here to entertain them sometimes, I think. Um, but I mean, down here, there's a little app, and I'm positive that it's not just in our area. Um, Anybody that has a Ring video doorbell system, there's a app on Google and Android. It's called Neighborhood. There is an app, and it's called Neighbors, and you can pull it up. It's called Neighbors. And you're not going to be able to see it on my phone because just like this, if y'all can. What a dork. I can't even do this on my own phone because I get lost in it. Oh, all right. Never mind. It's called Neighbors. Hi, Gator. Thank you for stopping in. I'm glad you could make it. Um, on the Neighbors app on the phone that I was showing or not showing because, I'm a dork. People actually will post here if they've seen a bobcat in their yard, if they've seen a fox in their yard. It's crazy. I mean, to me, if a fox or a fox, skunk, a snake, a dog, a cat, if they run in my backyard or my front yard, is it really going to make a big difference to me? Um, I actually watched one notification while I was down at my brother's house. Because what Neighbors will do, it's connected through a home security and the Ring video doorbell and whatnot. So literally anybody can download the app, and it does connect that feed to these places, and you can report things. I watched somebody post a bobcat in their backyard. Okay, a bobcat, big deal. Coyote, okay, it's city, country, everybody sees them at some point or other. So I'm going through this and I'm looking, and then the next thing I see is a neighborhood, something similar to ours. Come to find out, a neighbor actually has this feature on their phone and whatnot, or their house security. They literally tap into the house security and share it here. That I see a lot of too, Gator, is we have the little rabbit. Well, I guess they're come in every shape and size. Yeah, we have a lot of rabbits around here. I used to have one where I worked at Quest Diagnostics here in town before they moved their billing. I named him Bob. He was a little tiny rabbit that lived in the shrubbery, and he was so cute. he would come out and visit because, again, another company that you can smoke, you just can't smoke on the company's property. So we'd walk down to the street and walk across to where the farmer's market has, and the rabbits would come out, and they were so tiny. I just love it. They're cute and furry. I don't 400 female rabbits. Well, that's because it's a farm of rabbits. I'm talking about ones out in the wild. I don't my friend has his my friend up in Maine, I should say, has two of them. She has two rabbits, the female and the male. The male is Romeo. I can't remember. Okay, yeah, duh. I should be able to remember that. The male was Romeo. The female is Juliet. Oh, that must have been cool to see a big black bear. I saw my first bear in Florida when we were over in Ocala area. My cousin has her horse farm up in that area. And coming back from her house, coming back down to Winter Garden, we actually saw one. I got out to look at it. Might not have been the brightest thing, but I never said it was bright. I just said it was daring. But yeah, so not that anybody has to, because I am not promoting it or whatnot, but if you want to see what goes on in your neighborhoods, try downloading that neighbors app and connecting and see what you get. Yeah, my cousin, where she has, they used to do work with the sheriff's office up in Ocala, and they did the horse. She and her horses were used for search and rescue. Um, I don't. She doesn't do it anymore. Her boys have grown up. But yeah, her ranch sits. It kind of piggybacks the Ocala National Forest, which I know is not a little forest. So I'm pretty sure that I could not call the Ocala National Forest little. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to read through this real quick, but I'm trying not to put my glasses back on. I've worn too many. I've worn it too long today. My glasses are hurting my eyes, and my eyes hurt my head. So, sounds stupid too. Hmm. So, if Bigfoot is like a werewolf and they turn back into humans, with all the technology these people are using out in the woods to catch them, not one of them's going to catch them on a trail cam or anything. It definitely, I'll agree with Gator. It's an interesting theory. I with all the technology, look at what we put into to catch a spirit on film. We'll use EVP recorders. We're using night vision. I mean, some of the investigators actually use trail cams and whatnot to catch all this on, they're interesting theories. I just wish that they'd actually catch something on film so we could see it. I guess I'm one of those that believes it's proof's in the pudding. Oh, absolutely. If it's something you believe in, then you're going to stick to it no matter what. Possibilities and theories have to be, you know, it's a possibility I have a Bigfoot in my backyard, but I guess until I can prove it, then it's not such, right? Yeah, absolutely, Kel, because nobody's going to catch anything in a matter of 4 hours. If they want to actually prove something is haunted, it's going to take the constant streaming and cover the room's absolute. The entrance, the exits, the exterior, the interior, anything that can be covered should be covered. I mean, look at a home security system. How much is that these days? With DVR cameras and the whole works. Less than $150, but you go and spend $65 on a spirit box that talks to you. If you want to prove that it's haunted, then cover the area and film it, go back, review your footage, and see what you can catch. I mean, the same thing we did when I did the paranormal CSI group over 10 years ago, obviously, now, because, you know, people kind of fall apart or the groups fall apart, like I've heard and has been said before. I mean, we went into these homes and we investigated for 12, 13 hours. These people live in these homes, 24/7. So you're taking something that they're reporting and you're trying to hope and catch it in that 12 hours that you're investigating. You're trying to catch a EVP. And I mean, going back 10 years, that's what we basically use for our night vision cameras was a home security system. They mounted the cameras in each room had 4 cameras for each corner. So, you know, nothing was sneaking out of, like, I have a closet off screen. So anybody can say, what was that? Did you hear that? Did you see the image in the mirror behind me? Do you see anything now? Yeah, you can't. It's going to take 24/7 for at least 30 days, and then what? I have never checked the camera for Loch Ness, though. That is definitely something I am going to check on, though, because I've always been fascinated that they have the Loch Ness monster, yet you see very few images of it. Yeah, to do these paranormal investigations and whatnot. You see all the footage, you see all of what is captured, but then it comes down to people looking at them. If you're a videographer, if you are a photographer, if you study audio and video, I mean, I can't. You really to call something haunted? What? Because you hear something, see something. So man, no nasty, but they've got that people take these images and they falsify them and they quote, look, Loch Ness monster. I saw Nessie. I saw Bigfoot. I saw an orb. I saw a ghost. I saw an apparition. I mean, when I was 8 years old, I swear to God, I saw my father sitting at my kitchen table. Did I? Who knows? I was 8 years old. I had a child's mind. But it's a lot left to interpret. And I doubt everything and question everything, especially when it comes to the paranormal. Because, yeah, everybody you hope that there is something after. And I do think it makes people to feel better to think that they can communicate with somebody after they're passed or whatnot. And I'm not saying anybody is right or wrong. We can all, that's what free will is. A camera, a video camera. Right. And I'm not saying I don't believe that there is possibility of things. I mean, who am I to say? I did the paranormal investigator to capture things. I mean, we took regular recorders, nothing fancy. It wasn't digital. It was the tape recorders put in each room. But yet again, as somebody that did it for a long time, it's hard to say. I can put a video recorder in every room, but who's to say that it was not altered or messed with? Because I mean, I've had it proven to me things that can be done to, make things happen or falsify them. I kind of sat and thought inside the box where there are other people that think outside of the box. And I do believe that people can sense things, absolutely, Gator, because I mean, I do believe that we all have a sixth sense. If you feel something is not right, obviously something is not right. Something is making you uncomfortable. So it's a good possibility. And that's where it gives you the curiosity to look into something further or to think about that there are things that are bigger than we are. But I think, how do we take like a regular camera? If you watch some of them, they have full spectrum cameras that will supposedly take pictures. Um, Cell phones take pictures. They record audio, they record video. You can take still pictures, you can take black and white photos. We all have the basic things, but it's proving it. I don't know how I feel about aliens, honest to goodness. I mean, yeah, we have Area 51 and everybody with the curiosity of wanting to know what's there, but I don't know. I'm not one to be able to say if aliens are real or not. We all have a belief in, well, it's like anything else. We all believe in something. We believe in things that make us feel good, feel better, whatnot. So, yeah, okay, if aliens is a curiosity to people, spirits are a curiosity to people, talking to mediums that supposedly can talk to your loved ones and all that. Yeah, I could prove that right now. If I could tell Rob to walk back and forth on my floorboards, you're going to hear creaking. Yeah, exactly, but they hear loud footsteps. I mean, you used my example of the Paranormal CSI channel on YouTube. There's one of them, you can listen to the footsteps and the creaking of them. And I will say this because I was on the first floor where my friend Brian was asking if any of us were up walking about. There were only 2 of us on that floor, and we were both sitting at the command central, as we called it. We weren't walking, so how the floors were creaking, beyond me, but yeah, I'm sure. Well, there, we can firmly determine now that Kel's been abducted by aliens. I hear a lot of people talking about that Sims game. Nobody's abducted me lately and taken me for dinner. What is it? Can anybody? I am obviously living under a rock because I have no idea. I hear people talk about these Sims games. What exactly is it? I mean, I'm sure I can Google it after the fact because I've still got to go back and make Padme a moderator again because apparently she's unsubscribed or unmoderized, however you want to call it. All right, guys. It is now been a little over an hour. I do appreciate everybody coming in. I am going to wrap this up for now. And I thank each and every one of you of coming in and staying till the end with me. I am sorry that I did not come prepared with this. Okay, and I'm not going to end it just because Gator just got back. It's a virtual world where you can be who you are. So the Sims game is okay. So it's a game, which I mean I know of, where you can go in and create a virtual world. All right. Thanks, Kel, for coming in and supporting. We'll talk to you later. And the Paranormal Travelers are ending at 12:30 tonight because one of their gentlemen have to go to work at 6:30 tomorrow morning. So if anybody is interested, now or whenever you feel it, like it, go over and check out their investigation. It is cool. Okay, so Sims, like Gator said, it's where you can create a virtual world. So that would be absolutely cool to check out. I'd love to live in my own little virtual world. So, Padme, I'm going to go check out and find out what the issue is with you being a moderator. I am probably going to wrap this up now. And as I said, I appreciate y'all coming in and checking. Okay. It's been a long day and a long week. I appreciate y'all coming in and hanging out with me. And I will check out The Sims and I will check out Second Life Padme to see what these are. Because, virtual worlds are not a bad thing, I think. And I do appreciate y'all coming and have a great weekend. I look forward to seeing anybody's videos as they're coming out. I'll keep an eye out for those. And I will be doing more live streams, but I promise next time I'm going to gear up better for this. So thank you all for stopping in. I hope you all have a great night and we'll catch you soon. Good night.